Hi there, Pascha is here. In this video, I would like to talk about humility, pride, and wealth. Humility is not to think less of yourself, it's about thinking about yourself less. C.S. Lewis. This phrase started me thinking tonight, and in the morning I had a wonderful discussion with my spouse, and we talked about humility and how some people, at least some people, go through these several steps in their personality development where they start at the beginning of their journey as humble person, then they develop pride, and then at some point later when they become successful they become humble again, they return back to humility. And the reason we discussed this, it was about wealth and success in life. That was the angle we talked about. It seemed to be a pattern here where as a young man, humble, not sure about what we can do, what we cannot do, not very self-confident, we're not very successful as such. We need to develop this confidence, we need to go and find a job, we need to get some success track record on the job before we can actually get paid well. So the wealth, the money, they don't come to inconfident people. And as people develop their confidence, as people develop success track record, as they become more and more efficient and worthy at the job they're doing, they getting paid more, but at the same time their pride goes up. So the people who reach success, they lose their humility to a degree, and that is also a natural flow of making money. So money, humility are somehow very connected. And what happens next, and I haven't been there yet, but I imagine when you become a millionaire, when you become a billionaire, when you make so much money that you don't even know what you need more money for, then you develop that humility again, because you stop thinking about self. You're not thinking less of yourself. When you're a billionaire, you know what you're worth. You very well know, you're very well aware, because you are a billionaire, you made that money. But you're starting to think about yourself less and less because you don't need more money, and you're starting to think about others, and the humility comes. And then those rich people, they start to share, they become philanthropic, right? They organize those donation funds, and they start to share back to the community, start to share back to people that need those money that they don't no longer need. So it all seems logical and sequential so far, right? So you start with a humble, not self-confident person who doesn't know what he's worth, and therefore he doesn't make much money. Then you grow into this pride person who knows what he wants, who is bold, who is effective, does it well, and the success goes in his head and makes him proud of himself. He forgets about humility. The pride prevents this person from talking effectively to his family. So the pride it seems to be a natural consequence of being successful and being wealthy. And eventually, if you manage to maintain your family, if your family was not ruined, you get back to humility. And there are a couple problems there which I think I noticed. First of all, I think the humility back in the original of the path, the early stage of your life where you just finish your college, or not even that, you're just deciding which college to go to if you're a young student, and you think, oh, I'm humble, and other people tell you that, he's so humble. I used to be that humble. I used to hear from people, oh, this is one of the Pascha's great qualities. It's his virtue. I would hear from other people, the humbleness, the humility. So I think that is wrong. I think you cannot learn humility until you become wealthy, until you become self-confident. That humility that I was given as a label early in my life, it was not humility. It was self-inconfidence. It was insecureness. It was me really thinking less of myself. I thought, oh, I'm not worthy. I cannot do anything. I'm so young and so incapable. That is not humility. Like said C.S. Lewis in his wonderful quote, thinking less of yourself is not a humility. It's lack of self-esteem. It's lack of self-confidence. And as long as you have that quality, the money would not come to you. The money comes to people who are confident. The money comes to people who have self-esteem. The money comes to people who can use their brains and their body for the most effectiveness. Who can actually go to gym, exercise, stick to the diet, and build the body they want. Who can go to work, stick to their promises, put their ego behind the business needs, and succeed. Those people get paid. Those people get the bodies they deserve. Those people get the money they deserve because they work hard and they do it with pride. They're proud of their work. And it is a natural consequence of being successful and becoming rich, I guess. The pride comes with that. I see it very clearly. And there is a risk there. There's a risk of ruining relationships because as you grow your pride, you will damage your relationships. You would think of yourself as a great person that can do anything, and whatever you think of will become true. That's the pride, and that's what ruins relationships. So it's very, very important for people who engage in that journey, who go into pride journey, wealth journey, money journey, business journey, to stay in check with reality, to stay in touch, to retain the emotional connection with their close relatives. Very important, very important. I've heard so many stories of people who made a fortune in business, become super successful and super happy, but yet they destroy their families. They lost their families. Their partners divorced them. We heard one of those stories very recently. Jeff Bezos could be one of those victims of pride. I don't know. I've not read anything about his circumstances. I know the story became public, so I'm bringing it up. Jeff, forgive me please if that's not the case and there are some other circumstances, but it just seems so natural. So what kind of lesson can we learn from this? Well, first lesson is, if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, you need to work on your confidence in self. You need to work on your self-esteem. However, if you want to have great family, great relationship, you need to work on your humility. Not the fake humility, but the real humility. You need to remember that people are more important than money. You have to remember that. Of course, if you want to maintain a healthy relationship with people. If you don't, well, fine. If you don't have a family, if you're a CEO of a big company and you don't give a dime about anything other than the business success, well then, that's your choice. And you have the right for that choice. But if you want to keep those relationships, keep those friends, keep those family, relatives, humility is the quality you're looking for. So yeah, there's advice for poor people and advice for super rich people, and I'm neither. I'm neither, and that's very ironical because I'm not poor. I'm okay, thanks God, thanks circumstances, thanks me. I thank myself and my parents and my mom more than anyone for me being not poor. My mom gave me the qualities necessary more than anyone else. But I'm also not super rich, so I'm not there yet. But what I do feel, I feel that pride starts to come up in me, and that pride, that quality which I don't want to have, it just comes. It comes with self-confidence, because when you're self-confident, when you project yourself confidently, you got people who listen, you got people who respect, you got people who compliment you, and that's the trap. Don't let people to compliment you, because humble person would not take compliments. Humble person would take gratitude. Also, avoid the trap in your mind. Like, I'm talking to myself now. I need to remember this. So I'm recording this before it's too late. This is a message for myself. Remember, gratitude is important, not compliments. Remember, humility is more important than wealth and money. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear feedback. Any comments you can share, either down there in the public section or in down there, whatever it is, direction for the personal Telegram or Facebook chat or Instagram, like whatever channel you have with me, please come back to me and share your thoughts. But please share your gratitude if you have, and not your compliments. Like, I don't want to hear your compliments. Never want to hear that. So say thank you, Pascha, but not, oh, Pascha, you are so smart, Pascha, you're so great. Those words I don't want. And I also want your feedback, because humility allows me to take feedback in and change my thoughts. People who are overconfident in self, they're losing that capability, and that capability is critically important. If you want to keep growing, you have to be listening to the feedback of others, and you have to be willing to take that feedback, not just listen, take it to the heart, and find ways to implement it and improve yourself. So please, I beg you, give me the comments, give me the feedback, and give me the gratitude if you have any. I don't ask for it, but if you have, I would like it. I would like the gratitude. This will help my humility if you thank me, and this will help my pride if you compliment me, and this will help my development, my curiosity, my learning if you give me feedback. So this is it. Thank you for listening. Till next video.